Me and my sister were basically squatters in the underworld. To get rid of us and make us reincarnate ASAP, the goddess Meng gave us each a gift, a rebirth ability and drop-dead gorgeous looks. But my twin sister wanted to hog the title of the capital's #1 noble lady all to herself. So she literally kicked me into a brothel courtesan's womb, then grabbed the rebirth ability for herself and crawled into the prince consort's wife's belly. What she didn't expect? The entire royal household was absolutely ruthless. My sister got tormented by her brooding foster brother into becoming half paralyzed, while my courtesan mom hustled her way into making me the most talented girl in the capital. My sister eventually snapped from jealousy, grabbed me at my debut banquet, and jumped into the river to take us both down. When I opened my eyes again, we were back to the day we first reincarnated. Little sis. This time, I'm the one living in the spotlight. At the bridge of helplessness, she shoved me aside and snatched the godlike beauty without looking back, and dove headfirst into the courtesan's womb. I watched her disappear, a cold smirk creeping onto my face. She had no idea. Compared to that vicious royal household, my brothel-hustling mom was the truly terrifying one. Congrats, sis. You just walked into my trap. This time, I'm gonna use this rebirth ability right. Starting from the womb, I'll make the entire royal family treat me like their most precious treasure. Inside the royal birthing chamber, the midwife was sweating bullets. My lord, the princess's baby is in the wrong position. It's a transverse lie. If we force delivery, there will be bloodshed. Not my problem. Figure it out, save the mother, not the baby. If anything happens to my wife, you all die with her. So this is my royal dad? He really loves my mom. So devoted, a total catch. My mom is seriously lucky. Sure enough, the moment they heard my thoughts, both the raging prince and the wailing princess froze. I smiled from inside the womb. They heard me, all right? This rebirth ability is seriously OP, and it's targeted. I can choose exactly who hears what. Everything is under my control. Last life, my sister had no idea this feature existed. By default, the rebirth ability broadcasts straight to the royal household's core members. When she heard the prince say, "Save the mom, ditch the baby," she went ballistic in the womb. What kind of idiot prince is out here playing the devoted husband act? Save the mom, not the baby? I bet his mistresses outside have already popped out a whole litter. Her unfiltered thoughts nearly made the princess blow up at the prince on the spot. The prince was fuming, but he got down on his knees and swore up and down until she finally calmed down. After my sister was born, the prince didn't even glance at her. He held the princess and cried, "My love, you've suffered. I was terrified." My sister started getting salty. "Excuse me, I'm your baby here." Won't even look at me once, and this old woman is so dumb. Actually believing everything he says. Take a good look in the mirror, lady. You really think you deserve to be a princess? Her vicious thoughts made the prince's expression go ice cold. He ordered her taken away, and the princess also started to suspect this baby girl was here to steal her husband's affection. A curse, not a blessing. Both of them despised her before she even left the womb. But I'm different. A wife-obsessed prince and a Mary Sue princess? Easy. Watch me play this perfectly. Wait, Dad and Mom are crying because of me? No way. I can't let that happen. I gotta step up. So I quietly shifted inside the womb, as if I could sense my mother's pain, finding the most comfortable position on my own. Head down, facing the birth canal. Don't cry, Mom and Dad. Baby turned herself around. The midwife was about to check the position again, hand barely touching the princess's belly, when she suddenly cried out, "My lord, the baby is in position!" She turned herself. What? This is a divine blessing. This child must share a soul bond with the prince and princess. She couldn't bear to see her mother suffer. Heaven answered our prayers. What a filial child. The princess was shocked and overjoyed. Tears streaming down her face, the prince waved his hand. 100 taels of silver for everyone in the household. 1,000 taels each for the midwife and the physician. Meanwhile, in a rundown birthing room in East Willow Lane of the capital, a piercing scream rang out. "Ah! I'm dying from the pain!" Just 2 streets from the royal estate, but an entirely different world. Even from deep inside the palace, I felt a slight tremor in my soul. Sensing the spirit who had reincarnated alongside me, I activated the rebirth ability and sent a message across the distance. "Oh, dear sister. Didn't you rush to reincarnate first? Why are you still struggling?" Inside Liu Yingying's womb, my sister froze. She heard that annoying little sister of hers, daring to mock her. She lost it, kicking and thrashing inside the womb. Why does she get to live it up in the palace while I'm stuck suffering in this dump? This little brat is kicking me. Get this little monster out now. It hurts. I quit. The midwife was in a total panic, but there was nothing she could do. Breach position, no doctor in sight. They just had to tough it out. Meanwhile, back at the royal estate, I had already gotten into position, right on time. Before long, I slid into the world riding the current of amniotic fluid. It's a little princess. Congratulations, my lord. Congratulations, my lady. The princess weakly cradled me, laughing and crying at the same time. My lord! Come look, the moment I hold her, she stops crying. The prince leaned in, gazing at that soft, rosy little face in the swaddle, eyes going red. This kid is something else. She couldn't stand to see you suffer. He named me Zi Xue. Right then and there, he put 3 shops in the south of the city and 2 estates outside the capital in my name, as my 3-day ceremony gift. My sweet girl, this is Daddy's welcome gift to you. I blinked and flashed him the sweetest little smile. 2 streets away, Liu Yingying struggled for another full 2 hours, before the midwife finally yanked the baby out by force. Completely drained, she didn't even glance at the baby, just told someone to take it away. Wrapped in her swaddle, my sister listened to the midwife's sighs. She could also feel the joy and noise coming from the royal estate. She was seething, gritting her teeth. Just you wait, little sis. I will beat you this life. Back at the estate, the prince had me placed right beside my mother's bed. Just as I was about to doze off, a sharp, handsome face appeared above me, silently staring me down. This was the unhinged, obsessive young lord who nearly destroyed my sister last life, Zhejiaheng. The son of an old friend, taken in by the prince. Last life, my sister bullied and isolated him at every turn. She humiliated him publicly at banquets. The trauma turned him cold and dark as he grew up. But he was genuinely brilliant, managing the royal estate's finances at just 14, and fully taking over the entire household by 18. My lazy, privilege-obsessed sister felt threatened. Afraid he'd take her dowry and status, she hired people to have him taken out. In the end, he turned the tables, leaving her disfigured and crippled. Thinking about all this, I smiled coldly to myself.